Hey, I just messed up the presentation. My fault entirely.
Oh no, but didn't David help with the data? Doesn't the buck stop with him sometimes?
He did, but for the final presentation, the buck stops here. It's my project.
So you're saying you take full responsibility for it no matter what. Let's kick things off with a little quiz. Our idiom today is, the buck stops here, I take full responsibility. What do you think this powerful phrase originally meant? Take a moment to consider these options. Was it about the last person to hold the marker in a poker game, the final deer caught in a hunt, or the specific amount of money owed? Here's a hint to guide your thinking. Think about games of chance and who's in control. What's your best guess? The correct answer is, the last person to hold the marker in a poker game. This idiom originates from 19th century American poker. Buck was often a knife or a similar object, passed around to mark whose turn it was to deal. When the buck reached someone, they were responsible for dealing the cards. If they didn't want to, they could pass the buck to the next player, shifting responsibility. Yet if you couldn't pass it, the buck stopped with you. It later became a powerful political statement. So, what exactly does "the buck stops here, I take full responsibility" mean in everyday language? It means that someone is taking ultimate and complete responsibility for a situation or decision, refusing to pass the blame or responsibility to anyone else. It signifies accountability and leadership, often in critical moments. When you say this, you're declaring that you are the final point of responsibility and there will be no further delegation of blame. Let's look at how we use "the buck stops here, I take full responsibility" in real conversations. Our first example is, after the major product recall, the CEO stated, "The buck stops here," and took full responsibility for the company's oversight. Here, the CEO accepts ultimate accountability for a serious business failure. They are not blaming their team or external factors. Our second example is, even though my team contributed, as project manager, the buck stops here for delivering this project on time and on budget. In this case, the project manager asserts their leadership and accountability for the project's success, even if others are involved. Both examples show a strong commitment to responsibility.
Now let's test your understanding with some similar and dissimilar expressions. We have 4 phrases here. I'll take the blame. Pass the buck. The responsibility lies with me, and it's not my circus, not my monkeys. And you identify which 2 of these expressions are similar in meaning to, the buck stops here, I take full responsibility. Take a moment to think about each phrase and how it relates to accepting ultimate accountability. Which ones convey a similar sense of taking charge? The 2 similar expressions are, I'll take the blame and the responsibility lies with me. These phrases clearly indicate someone is accepting accountability. I'll take the blame is more about accepting negative consequences, while the responsibility lies with me is a more formal statement of accountability. The dissimilar phrases are, pass the buck, which means to shift responsibility to someone else, the exact opposite of our idiom, and it's not my circus, not my monkeys, which means to disclaim all responsibility for a situation. Understanding these nuances helps you use the idiom correctly. To recap, the buck stops here, I take full responsibility, is a powerful statement meaning you accept ultimate and unwavering accountability for a situation without passing the blame. It originates from 19th century American poker, where a buck marker signified whose turn it was to deal. This idiom is perfect for moments when you want to show strong leadership and commitment. So next time you need to firmly declare your accountability, remember, the buck stops with you. If you have any idioms you'd like to study, please leave them in the comments.